In Dodger, Terry Pratchett, renowned for his Discworld science fiction series, ventures into a new realm of fantasy with his 2012 novel. This work can be described as historical fantasy, as Pratchett skillfully weaves together real-life historical figures and a fantastical superhero world centered around the protagonist. Dodger, set in Victorian-era London, Dodger is a young tosher, scouring the sewers for discarded treasures and goods to make a living. Embracing his life as a self-proclaimed street urchin, Dodger finds solace and purpose in his work, believing that the Lady of the Sewers will one day reward him with a priceless tosheroon, a gift that can secure a lifetime of contentment. Despite his humble existence, Dodger's carefree nature endears him to everyone he encounters, and he reciprocates their affection. Interestingly, Dodger's path crosses with that of a young woman of royalty who is dissatisfied with her privileged life. As fate would have it, one stormy night, Dodger witnesses a disturbing scene, a group of men attacking the defenseless woman in a carriage. Acting swiftly, Dodger intervenes, driving off the assailants. Two bystanders provide aid while Dodger returns to the streets from the sewer. The woman, whose identity remains unknown, requires urgent medical attention. A doctor determines that she was pregnant but has tragically lost the baby. Her true name is a mystery, so Mayhew's wife dubs her Simplicity, a moniker that sticks. Pratchett's historical fantasy genre shines through as he skillfully integrates historical references throughout the narrative, adding depth and intrigue to the story. Dodger unfolds as a captivating blend of historical fiction and fantastical elements. Pratchett's imaginative storytelling transports readers to a vibrant Victorian London, where larger-than-life characters navigate a world where history and fantasy intertwine. In Dodger, Terry Pratchett's 2012 novel, he intertwines historical figures and fantastical elements to create an engaging narrative. Two notable characters aiding Dodger are Henry Mayhew, a social reformer striving for justice for the working class, and Charles Dickens, an aspiring writer and journalist. Pratchett drew inspiration from Dickens' artful Dodger character when crafting Dodger. Impressed by Dodger's swift rescue of Simplicity, Mayhew and Charlie encourage him to delve deeper into her story. Dodger soon uncovers the truth behind Simplicity's plight. She escaped from an abusive and domineering husband, a prince from a German state. Faced with disapproval from the prince's family, who seek to erase any trace of her existence, Simplicity had no choice but to flee to avoid becoming their next target. Seeking refuge and safety, Simplicity stays hidden at Mayhew's residence, where her connection with Dodger deepens into a budding romance. As Dodger and Simplicity's love grows, Dodger finds himself in the spotlight due to his heroic acts. During a chance encounter on his way to meet Charlie, Dodger foils a robbery at the Morning Chronicle, once again showcasing his underdog heroism. Another incident involves Dodger's visit to Sweeney Todd, his barber, who exhibits signs of deteriorating mental health. Dodger's compassion and understanding guide him in defusing a potentially violent situation, recognizing the barber's struggle with post-war PTSD. This episode pays homage to the future classic, Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street. Dodger's heroic exploits elevate him to overnight fame, even appearing as a comic character in Punch. However, this newfound popularity compromises Simplicity's safety, prompting the group to find an alternate hiding place for her. Dodger's tale is a captivating blend of history and fantasy, showcasing Pratchett's ability to reimagine familiar characters and integrate them into a rich and imaginative narrative. As Dodger navigates a world filled with danger and intrigue, his empathy and heroic deeds make him a beloved and memorable protagonist. A new danger looms as an assassin known as the Outlander sets their sights on Dodger and Simplicity. To ensure Simplicity's safety, Charlie suggests she seek refuge in the home of Angela Burdett Coutts, a wealthy philanthropist known for assisting women in need. While Simplicity tries to remain hidden, Dodger hatches a plan utilizing his newfound fame. Leveraging his status, Dodger arranges meetings with influential politicians who might be able to provide protection for Simplicity. Dodger meets with Benjamin Disraeli, a prominent figure in Parliament, in an attempt to secure Simplicity's safety. However, the government is reluctant to intervene, fearing the potential political repercussions of harboring a fugitive from the German states. Fortunately, Robert Peel, the head of the police, steps in to aid Dodger. Despite being aware of Simplicity's true identity, Peel keeps this knowledge hidden and turns a blind eye to Dodger's actions. Even when he knowingly breaks the law to protect her, Dodger devises a simple yet daring plan, for simplicity to start a new life, her old one must come to an end. The only option is for her to fake her own death. Dodger procures the body of a doppelganger, a girl who has recently taken her own life, in an audacious act of theft. Peel and his police department, aware of the circumstances, choose to overlook this crime for the sake of Dodger and simplicity. With Charlie and Benjamin's assistance, Dodger fabricates a story, claiming they witnessed Simplicity valiantly fighting for her life. However, as the plan unfolds, the Outlander emerges, defying identification as their appearance constantly changes. To everyone's surprise, the assassin is revealed to be a woman, the very same woman who has been seen with the assassin on every occasion. Here, Pratchett employs his satirical style to subtly critique the traditional gender roles prevalent in Victorian-era London. Simplicity contributes to the takedown of the Outlander, revealing her own strength and resilience to end this thrilling climax. Dodger, Simplicity, and their allies overcome the imminent danger, demonstrating their resourcefulness and determination. Pratchett skillfully blends elements of adventure, social commentary, and satire, creating a compelling narrative that challenges societal norms while celebrating the power of individuals to shape their own destinies. Emerging from her hiding spot in the bushes, she aids Dodger in overcoming and ultimately defeating the Outlander. With the threat eliminated, Dodger devises a plan to stage Simplicity's death, allowing them to live a life free from danger. Rejuvenated by her death, Simplicity decides to adopt the name Serendipity. The couple retreats into seclusion by their own choice, enjoying a period of privacy and tranquility. However, when they eventually return to London, Dodger receives an unexpected offer. Impressed by his exploits, the government recruits him as a spy. The novel concludes with Dodger's realization that Serendipity is the long-awaited Tasharoon he had been seeking all along, completing his life in a profound and unexpected way. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.